Hello, good people. I am coming to you today in the midst of packing up my kitchen because I am getting ready to move back home, and I'm going to be moving out at the end of the week. And I am trying to get some stuff done, and I realized it was getting late and I didn't want to stay up super late and make another video, which is what I have been doing, because the time is just really escaping me so much ever since the time change. It seems more so now than it ever has really affected before. So pardon the sound of papers rustling. I am currently wrapping up my plates and things of that nature, and so yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys just a little bit, let you guys know what's going on with me. So like I said, in a previous video, I talked about, why I'm moving back home. It's primarily for a reset, and to save a little bit of money while I figure out what my next move is going to be. And what sparked all of this is the fact that I am resigning from my current job, and this upcoming week is actually my last week. So yeah, I am trying to accomplish multiple things at once, which sometimes doesn't work out in my favor because I get easily distracted a lot, and two, I tend to have to kind of use a lot of energy to stay, I have to stay focused. But we're going to see how this works out. So yeah, what am I doing? I am wrapping up some plates. I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. I am actually pretty used to moving around a lot. Unfortunately, it can be looked at as a pro and a con, I suppose. I'm used to moving around a lot because I was in the military for quite some time, and I think that type of lifestyle of always having to move, it's kind of stuck with me now that I'm out of the Army. And but honestly, I really think it's because that's a little bit to do with it. But honestly, I really think it's more so because I really haven't found a place where I would like to call home for the long term. And when I say long term, I mean like 10 years plus, minimum 10 years plus, but I would say like 10 years plus. I came really close when I lived in Kansas City, Missouri. I lived out there for about maybe 6 years, I would say. And one of the main reasons is I ended up staying out there longer than I usually stay in places, is because I ended up buying a house out there because I could see myself living there long term. And I actually really enjoyed the area in which I lived. I wasn't in Kansas City proper. I was just in one of the suburbs. By the way, go Chiefs, even though we had a horrible season last season. But hopefully we get it together and we come back strong. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, lived in Kansas City for a little while, but I ended up moving back home to hit reset again. And back home is in Delaware, where my mom lives. So I'll be moving back home with my mom, and should be cool. But yeah, it'll just give me a chance to kind of figure out what my next move is and save a little bit of money in the meantime. You might be wondering, well, why can't you just do that where you at and still work? Because when you deal with burnout, it's very hard to do a lot of things. And that's one of the things that I'm struggling with now is working through, burnout. And I'll talk more about that in another video, but sometimes you have to step away, you know what I mean, to clear, to clear your mind, clear your head, and figure out what your next move is. And I am a firm believer in doing that. And like I talked about in my previous video, I'll link to that video in the description, the things that I've done to kind of support me taking breaks when I need to. And it's not a thing that I do, not a thing that I plan on doing often. I just find that being a high performer, I think it's almost, when you don't really, when a job isn't aligned with what what you want in life, but you're also a high performer, I think that's kind of a good recipe for, for burnout, when you're not feeling fulfilled, but you always give it your best no matter what you do. You always want to step up and, be a good example and show that you're a good employee, even when the job is not right for you. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. And I just wanted to just talk to you guys about it a little bit. Me actually, moving, preparing to move. I wanted to go ahead and do it now, while I have the energy, because I know you might look at some of the other videos and be like, "Ooh, she looked tired." It's because I was pretty tired, but I still wanted to make sure that I came through for you all. My goal here is to post daily. I'm saying it to try to keep myself accountable. By the way, shout out to Glow of Tanmo, out here motivating us aspiring YouTubers to go after the things we want and post. So that's what I'm doing. And hopefully you all decide to stick around and join me on my journey in designing the life that I want to live. And hopefully it inspires you if you feel like it's time for a change in your life. Hopefully it inspires you to, start your process and try to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish in order to go after the things that you want. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. And for me, I don't mind, doing the packing and things. I'm single. I'm pretty much an introvert. So I really, and that complex we have, especially I think for millennial women, black women, I think some of us really feel like we can't really ask people. You don't want to ask people for a lot. You might feel, like you might be asking people for too much. So at least that's something that I struggle with, just not wanting to be a burden on people. So, I'm okay with doing things by myself, though, because honestly, I'd rather do stuff, while I'm in my space and let me do it, because I'm not a control freak or nothing like that. I do have a bit of OCD, though. So I like to kind of be mindful of and know exactly where I put everything and where I packed everything, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, so that's something that would drive me nuts if I had people just putting stuff up and I don't know, and I don't have eyes on knowing where is what, because it'll drive me crazy if I'm digging through boxes and trying to find one particular thing when I just need to know, if I do it, I know where the stuff's at, okay? So that's just me. But in any event, besides my core friend circle, they're all dispersed in different states all over the place either way. And I'm pretty much an introvert, so I don't really go out much. I'm pretty much to myself, which is fine as well, because I enjoy my own company. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that I'm doing it. I'm packing up. I was supposed to give myself a much longer runway than I did give myself to pack. But I didn't give myself much of a runway. I've slowly but surely started doing things here and there, but you know, now it's kind of getting close to the wire. But I should be good because plus to being a minimalist is you really don't have a lot of stuff to pack, and also the plan is to donate a lot of the stuff that I do have. I'm going to be donating it because I didn't give myself enough time to try to sell it. But a lot of the stuff, I mean, it's worth a little money, but you know, I'm okay with donating it. And hopefully it goes to, you know, someone or a family that, you know, could really use it. And I'm mainly talking about like furniture. Like I'm in a really tiny 1-bedroom apartment, so I don't really have a lot of furniture. And throughout my time being in this apartment, I had slowly but surely been getting rid of stuff, but I didn't get rid of as much stuff as I would have liked to have gotten rid of, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's okay. My goal is to, you know, move back home with as little stuff as possible and hopefully be able to, over this next week, still try to get rid of some of the stuff that I have. I have like some electronics and things like that that I can try to sell. But in any event, that's what I'm doing. So I just finished wrapping up plates and bowls, and I think I'm gonna do my coffee mugs. So coffee and wine, those are my two drinks of choice. Your girl does enjoy a nice glass of wine every now and then, and coffee is a life. I am an iced coffee millennial, so you know, hook a sister up with an iced coffee, I'm good, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I have a lot of coffee mugs, different things, and that is what I am going to, let me grab this, I'm going to work on wrapping up next. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to hop on here just to kind of give you a little insight as to what I am doing. And over these next few days, packing will be my priority. So it should be fun. I've gotten a good amount of stuff done. Once I get the moving truck here and start putting stuff on the truck, it'll give me a better idea of, you know, how far I've gotten and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I just wanted to say hey, and to you know, spend some time with you all while I try to pack up my life. So as far as my design your life process is concerned, I guess I'm on step 1 is you know, move. And step 2 is figure out if this move is going to be a long-term break or a short-term break. And right now, the thing that I am, you know, grappling with, you know, going back and forth with, is if I'm going to jump right back into trying to find another job, especially in this job market. I don't know if you guys have been seeing on like news and social media and what have you, different media outlets, that the job market is really bad right now. So, you know, some people might have an opinion about, you know, those people choosing not to cling on to their jobs for dear life. But I've never kind of been that type of a person. You know, as far as work, I've never wanted to feel trapped in a bad situation just because I couldn't afford to change, I couldn't afford to change or get out of the situation or move. And that's something I talked about in the last video that I did. But I've done some things to kind of at least, soften, to give me a cushion at least to be able to take a step back. And I definitely recognize that it is a privilege to be able to do so. But there are things that we can do, y'all. There are things we can do to make sure that we're good financially in order to be able to take time away if we need to. So I'll link to that video in the description for you all if you want to check that out. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here. I think I'm going to jump off because, like I said, I got distracted that quick. I forgot I was supposed to be doing my coffee mugs. Let me grab the rest of them really quick. All right, yeah, so I'll wrap the coffee mugs up. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I just wanted to get on here. I'm not trying to waste your guys' time. I am very aware of that. But if you have stuck around this long in the video, thank you for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I don't want you guys to have to suffer through the sound of rustling paper in your earlobes as I continue to pack. But hey, if you stuck around this far in the video, let me know if you are, have you ever had to move back home, or have you ever chosen to move, to do kind of a reset for yourself? And yeah, I'd like to know that. And did it help you out at all? Did you find yourself in a better situation than you were before? It would be cool to know that. So yeah, just if you could drop it down in the comments, that would be great. And hey, if you are interested in continuing to follow me on my journey in designing the life that I truly want to live, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button. You can tap the notification bell so you know when I'll post, but it should be daily. At least that's my goal. And yeah, so that's all I have for you all today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.